Hi, Tiffany. This is Irene from Fishers, Indiana. And my question is, how do you prioritize yourself without feeling guilty?
I'm your host, Tiffany Souter, and this is Scared Confident. So guilt is a choice. Let's remember that. Nobody else can make us feel that way. We get to pick it. So one is just deciding I'm not going to feel guilty about it. The other is I pick a pretty few number of things that I do super consistently, and then the rest of it I don't worry about. So my prioritizing myself, I don't know. I'll go through them and see how many there are. I don't know off the top of my head. One is working out. I always do it at butt crack 30 in the morning. It's the only time that it can happen super consistently. Most mornings I'm up by 5:15 and I'm done working out by 6:37. I don't work out that whole time, goodness gracious, but I get a good workout in, get a quick shower. I'm like ready for the day by 7:30. It has to happen or there's 1,000 little people at my feet, and having a bunch of questions. So that is one thing, getting up at butt crack 30. For me, I have to make it non-negotiable. I can't be like, well, I sort of want to, don't want to. I never want to get out of bed at 5:15. Let's be clear. But I have never been mad that I did. And I just know that, and it's becoming a habit, and I just do it and choose it and get over it. The other thing that I do is I take care of my skin. My mom taught me this young, and I don't necessarily need to look forever young, but I'm going to do what I can with what I have. And so I do prioritize taking care of my skin. I get facials at a med spa. I do things to make it so that my skin does not age faster than it needs to. And that is something that I've prioritized. Those two things are kind of it. And I go to bed earlier than people think, between 9:45 and 10:45. I need sleep. I'm not somebody who can run fast and hard on 5 hours. And so that is something that I do, which means I don't really watch TV. It's something I realized I had to kind of give back to my life. I can't start shows because I don't have the self-control not to watch them until 1 a.m. And I just know I operate like crap when I don't have sleep. So I sleep, I work out in the morning, and I take care of my skin. Things I don't do, I don't get my nails done. It's just not a high enough priority for me. So again, it's a choice. If somebody wants to do that, oh my word, do it and love it. No problem. But figure out what your minimums are that you need to really kind of make yourself feel strong and whole. And as my grandma says, dress to forget yourself. You need to feel good about yourself. That is an important part of giving yourself to other people, is feeling good and whole and like I'm on my game. But guilt is a choice. And the little bit of time, little bit of money, whatever it takes, just do it and make it part of your routine. One of my hacks is that whenever I leave my appointment, I schedule the next one. And that way it's just on there. I used to move it around 10,000 times because I'd be like, oh, I've got a facial scheduled. I can move it. It's no problem. I can move it. And now I'm like, it's booked. It's on my schedule. And we're going to do best we can to work around that. And so that's a way that I just prioritize it. I just say it's a priority. It's already on my calendar. It was on there first. It may not be more important than the other thing that's trying to take its time, but it is something that I decided was a priority. And so I just keep the commitment. The fitness person I work with says the same thing as it relates to your workout times, schedule it on your calendar and just keep the commitment to yourself. If you need a running buddy or somebody like that to keep you accountable, then start that way. It can certainly help. But make it a commitment. Don't start somewhere between 5:15 and 6. Figure out what time you're going to be on the road, or what time are you going to be lifting, or what time you're going to be in your basement, and keep that commitment to yourself. I have gotten better at that with age. It's not something that comes naturally to me to be really disciplined that way. But if I keep my commitments to everybody else on my calendar, why would I not work to keep my commitments to myself? And it's very hard. I have to practice it a lot. But it is really a game changer in the capacity that gives me back to say, I don't have to resolve for those things every day when I actually kept the commitment on my calendar of when I was going to get up and work out. So figure out your minimums, stay consistent with them, start with one thing and build on it, and figure out where do you want to get to? What makes you feel like you are also spending time loving yourself? So what else is on your mind? Text me. 317-350-8921, 317-350-8921. And be sure to follow along on your favorite podcast app. Thanks for listening today.